This video is brought to you by Cool Green Clothing. Cool Green Clothing is a Baltimore-based clothing line that started back in 2018 and has been growing strong ever since. Make sure you follow Cool Green Clothing on Facebook and IG at Cool Green Clothing, and check out their website, coolgreenclothing.com, where you can find the latest cool green fashions and hats, women's apparel, and the latest men's collection. Remember, if you ain't coolin' and getting the green, you're in the wrong.
Yeah, shout out my nigga Cool Green on the fit though. Got me drippy, you heard?
Oh man, check out my man, yo, you feel me? Yo, be getting me right, you feel me? Big clothing for real, you feel me? Come with everything for real, I'm grabbing everything from my man, yo, you feel me? Shout out to my man, yo, you feel me? Support, you heard? Yes, sir.
Cool Green right here, Sadie. Cool Green, you already know downtown Baltimore, that's where we at. You already know representing New York, Harlem shit right here, uptown. But we downtown right now. You see that? My man, yo, come and get my man Cool Green. Rock it, you see it. I'm gonna make it look good for niggas to get. Daddy, sales is going up today because of the Cool Greens.
And I'm telling you, follow Cool Green Clothing. It's so important for us to support our entrepreneurs. There's so much talent in Baltimore. And as a creative entrepreneur myself, I know how hard it is. And I love to see just people going out there and going for their dreams. So let's get it.
What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Tonight, let's get right into it. The area in Baltimore, known as Penn Lucy, was once called Wilson Park. We talking about the 60s, where the area was mostly white and only an island of blacks, when black and white couldn't be in each other's neighborhoods. But after fighting against each other, two hoods would start a bigger war. OYC-OLD YORK and Cator and McCabe boys. Let's get right into it. In the streets, some people go looking for trouble to start beef with other people or hoods. But some people inherit beef just because they address or where they grew up at. A war started between two groups of young men from Baltimore City back in the day, Old York and Cator and the McCabe Ave boys. Sources allege back in the day at a house party, before any beefing, both neighborhoods attending a party, when two boys, one from each neighborhood, both asked a young lady to dance at the same time. That's all it took for a beef between two squads to go on for decades. What started out as just street fighting, chasing each other from school, bats and knives, eventually went to blickies. One man, who was an original lieutenant from York Road, described the situation from earlier days where he grabbed a blicky, chased three McCabe boys through an alley, blicking at them. As years went on and original members moved or lost their lives, the newer generation would inherit the beef and things got crazy. One alleged situation, a man nicknamed Lemon, was from OYC. He got word another dude from McCabe put hands on his sister, so he called his guys to go find the man. As the Old York boys pulled up on the McCabe boys, asking for the whereabouts of the man who allegedly hit Lemon's sister, things went left. Blickies came out and shots were fired, and unfortunately, Lemon lost his life, and two men from McCabe was also hit. Sources say Lemon was one of the big guys from OYC, so his death would cause a ripple down effect. Another situation occurred when some York Road guys got into an argument with some McCabe men at the legendary Odell's nightclub. Allegedly, after the club, some York Road boys in a van followed the McCabe boys up North Avenue to a location and fired shots. Even as the victim ran towards the police that was on the scene, the attack still continued. The beef was heating up. With a lot of men being hit that night, situations kept occurring. If you was from Old York, you didn't like McCabe. If you was from McCabe, you didn't like Old York. Another incident where some young men were standing outside of a Chinese carry out on York Road when shots rang out, increasing the body count and making more victims of the war. As time went on, more people would lose their lives. Some say in the heart of the war, 5 bodies a day almost was dropping. After a fight, it would be shots fired at restaurants, parks, making both neighborhoods unsafe for the residents. The beef went on for almost 30 years, with a lot of people who lost their lives and memorials dedicated to victims in both neighborhoods. The original members are now older. Some are deceased or in prison. The ones still around describe those years from the 60s to the 90s as war and a war zone in which no one was safe. Some people were even innocent, hit by strays. An OG who was a lieutenant in the beginning went on to college and then to the Air Force, started his own business, and now has his own family, changing his life around, taking his kids to his old neighborhood, explaining everything that happened. Seemed more like a movie, but it was definitely real life. Another OG remembers losing both his sons in the beef. Nowadays it died down, but a lot of damage has already been done. Every hood has stories, some good, some bad. For the men growing up on Old York and Cator and McCabe, back in them days, the streets took a lot from both sides. I'm sure if they look back at the names on the wall, it definitely wasn't worth it. But hey, that's the Baltimore way. Man, salute to Old York, Cator, McCabe, you feel me, that whole area up there, you know what I mean? Like, I used to live not too far from there, and I definitely heard about this beef. Like, even to this day, even though it died down, when you ask somebody where they from, they be like, Old York and Cator. You automatically think of McCabe, or they say they from McCabe, you think of Old York. But man, it's good that it died down because they lost a lot of people on both sides, like I said. You feel me? Rest in peace to all the people that lost their life behind a situation that allegedly started at a party in the 60s. You see how the streets can keep just manifesting itself. You know what I mean? Something happened that long ago, and still in the 90s, people was getting hit up about it. You know what I mean? It's crazy, but that's just how it be. Salute to the young man who gave me this story. I appreciate it, you know what I mean? He definitely wanted to shed some light on this situation and talk about his area of town, you know what I mean? And like I said, man, it's crazy for all them people. The one dude lost 2 sons. Can you imagine it? To a beef that started back when he was younger and was still going on. Now the older guys feel like the younger guys just trying to run with it and stuff like that, but they saying it's not as active as it was when they was out there. But yeah, man, that's crazy, man. But salute that whole side of town, man. Like I say, it ain't worth it, you feel me? Like, cause they asked to dance with the same girl, you know what I mean? And back in the day, like I said, it was a time where the blacks and whites was going against each other, but then it turned into black on black and the war got even more crazy. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all love and support. Y'all already know. Be sure to like, comment, share the video. Check out tonight's sponsor, Cool Grain Clothing. Be sure to show bro some love. Go check out all his platforms, his website, www.coolgrainclothing.com. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Leave your comments below, man. If you want to get in contact with me, hit me up on my email, tony2times.biz@gmail.com, or simply send me a DM on Instagram. It's all love, fam. I'm out.